guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now in this video I am going to be going over the best blue chip pools right now and where you can generate some yield on your assets that you may just be holding for the bull market. But before we get into it, if you could please hit the like button, subscribe down below if you are new, check out the links in the description, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Always do your own research and be careful about what you're investing in crypto and DeFi, because it is the riskiest stuff in the world. Even with yield farming, there are risks such as impermanent loss. You could have exposure to dApps that get exploited, etc. So do keep that in mind. But today we're going to be going over some blue chip positions that are currently available. And with that being said, let's jump into it. So looking on DeFi Llama, there is, volumes being sort of down. This week it's kind of improved slightly. We had a good day the other day at 7 billion, but other than that, volumes have been pretty much half of what they have been at sort of the start of the month, and then the weekend. Last weekend, it was pretty low. So first of all, we're going to take a look at Crystal. Now, I will leave a link in the description to Crystal because it'll be the first link, first line in the description. So do take a look at that if you don't already use Crystal, or even if you do use Crystal, but you're not farming the points, you're potentially missing out on a good airdrop, because at the moment they are looking, or they are airdropping people through their point system, right? So you can generate Crystal tokens just by using Crystal, which is pretty cool. So I will leave a link for the airdrop, because even if you just use their swap feature, which if you go here and go to swap, they use Uniswap's DEX, right, or Uniswap's API, sorry, and you can swap on pretty much any EVM chain, and you'll generate 10 crystals for every dollar swapped. So that's pretty beneficial. You can get some pretty cool amount of points waiting for the airdrop. So if we have a look now with yield farming, I wouldn't recommend having a look on Ethereum. If you go over to Crystal and go to Explorer and Hot Pools, okay, you can filter by different chains and you can see kind of, yields on different chains. So let's have a look on Polygon, because Polygon, there's usually decent yields here. So, right here, you can see there's a Bitcoin and USDT pool that's currently doing 243% per year on your Bitcoin. Now, this does have 35K TVL, so do keep that in mind. It's very low. But you can kind of see, even if you let's type in BTC, you've got one here with 1.7 million, 35% per year. So, and you might not think that this is a lot, but if you're sitting on Bitcoin for the bull market, you may as well put that to work and generate some sort of income on your Bitcoin while you're waiting for it to go to 100K plus, right? There's another one here, throw your Bitcoin to USDT. 141%. You've got USDC and ETH 122%, Matic 99%, Render 101%. So there's a lot of opportunities for blue chips right now, which is great because we're kind of in a market. If we take a look at CoinGecko, we've kind of been stagnant over the past couple of weeks, just kind of sitting between 60 and 65, 66K, something like that. And especially on Bitcoin anyway. When I talk about the crypto market, I usually point out what Bitcoin is doing, because the rest of the market typically follows, other than, of course, like meme coins and certain narrative coins and stuff like that. But the majority of the market follows Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's kind of been stagnant, which means, if you're kind of just sitting on your Bitcoin waiting for it to do something, you may as well put that to work in something like this position that I showed you, because why not, right? It's an option. Over on Base, there's some pretty decent ETH opportunities as well. So if we type in, you can get over 100% APR on WETH. You can get over 800% on OVN on WETH, which we are in an OVM pool, which you all know. And that is just for Uniswap. Now, if you come over to something like Beefy Finance, which is an auto compounder, okay, we don't really need to connect up our wallet. But if you go over here and type in, we can look at all chains and type in Bitcoin, you can currently get 60% almost on Bitcoin and Arbitrum, which is through Camelot, which is, again, pretty cool. 1.163% per day on Bitcoin and ETH. I will definitely take some of that. So, there's a lot of opportunities. You can filter by APY. That's the highest, which is 60% on Bitcoin and ETH is pretty good, to be honest. If you come on Beefy, you can select this Bluechip section right here, and it will show all blue chip positions, all blue chip kind of pools. Now, that's one side of things is farming. Now, you can also lend out assets. So I use Extra Finance and I use Aave as well to lend out assets. So if you come over to lend, right, and let's click on the base pools, you can lend out Ethereum over on base for just like this, for 7% here. You can lend out stable coins for 20%, 24% on this one. USD plus 26%. You can lend out OVN for 102%. So there are a lot of opportunities for Bluechips in this kind of market where, yes, it's stagnant, but people are still being active on chain, which means if we can lend our assets using something like Extra Finance or Aave, we can make a decent yield. And then, of course, we can farm using these pools here, and you can make some decent gains during this stagnant market. So I know a lot of people like BNB, so we can take a look at some BNB positions. Top best blue chip pools, you can get USDC and BNB for 91%, Ton Coin and BNB for 87%, ETH and USDT for 60% over on Binance. So again, there's a lot of opportunities for blue chips right now. Whilst the market's stagnant, again, you may as well earn some sort of reward on that. Now, one extra thing, a new chain has fully launched the other day, which was Blast, and they did the airdrop. So do check your airdrop allocations if you were farming Blast. I got a decent allocation, I suppose. But if you take a look at Blast, you can currently get 500% APY on WETH and Blast. And again, if we're looking at high sort of TVLs, 6.8 million here. WETH and Blast 290% over on Thruster. Thruster is the main sort of DEX for Blast, and the $6.8 million TVR, you can get 290%, and that is probably pretty inflated just because the airdrop was, I believe it was like 2 days ago. So people are still claiming this weekend. I'm going to assume volumes can be pretty high. I mean, even if you take a look at the Blast token, there's been $17 million of volume in the past 24 hours, which is extremely high. And I assume over the weekend this will probably be a little bit higher because, again, people are still claiming their fees, and they're still claiming their rewards. So Blast is potentially another chain to go ahead and explore for yield as well. You can also get 87% on USDB, which is the stablecoin for Blast, and then WETH, which is pretty cool as well. So that's going to be it for this one. Just wanted to show you that there are some pretty cool opportunities for farming blue chips in this stagnant market. And, the best place to do that is going to be through Uniswap or something like Beefy, where it will auto compound for you, like this one here on, if we type in, let's get rid of BTC, because even on the blue chips, Matic, 275% per year. USDC and ETH, 174% per year, both on Polygon. Which is pretty cool. So on USDC, on Arbitrum, 144%. There is a lot of opportunities to make some gains right now on your blue chip assets. So that BTC pool, 0.11% per day on Beefy, pretty cool. But that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.